fed up, playing with.
And now, fans, the presentation of the award ceremony. Make some noise for the NBA champion, Boston Celtics. Your head coach is Joe Mazzulla.
The start of the NBA regular season. I know everyone's just as excited as we are here on 2K Sports to get things underway. And tonight, it'll be the New York Knicks going up against the Boston Celtics here in Boston. Brian Anderson with you. Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill joining us tonight, along with the fourth member of our team, Allie LaForce. And here's the starting group for the New York Knicks. They've got Josh Hart. Mikal Bridges is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then it's OG Anunoby, and it's Towns in at the 5 spot. And for the Celtics, the perimeter pairing, it's White and Brown. Then there's Anthony Simons. Then there's Jason Tatum. And it's Queta in at center, filling out the middle. Grant, nothing quite like the first game of a brand new season. So many possibilities.
Well, you know, BA, for the players, you're excited and relieved at the same time. You get to see all the hard work you put in during the offseason pay off.
Now here's Tatum. Brown looking around. Back to Tatum. Five to shoot. And it's New York with a rebound. This is their first chance this season playing Boston.
They took the season series against this opponent last year. High-profile games are the best.
Now here's Bridges. Pass to Brunson. Shoots over Simons. And off the front iron, and in it goes.
Yeah, we talk about having a high shot IQ. Jalen Brunson, just 4 shots. You want to concede the mid-range jumper, he's more than content to take it.
White against Bridges. Outside, Brown fires the 3. Hart pulls it in.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
I was able to talk to Joe Mazzulla for a minute, and we discussed Mikal Bridges. Coach said Mikal creates a lot of problems with his movement off the ball. He keeps the defense on its toes. We can't allow him to get into a rhythm. And he also praised Bridges' on-ball defense. He'll be the focus of their game plan tonight. Brian?
And Allie, thanks. Now here's Hart. Second chance effort. Jaylen Brown with a rebound.
Boy, having a hard time making shots. Just 1 for 4 to start this game.
That one's good for 2.
Boy, Simon's jump shot is pure from anywhere on the floor.
Towns against Tatum. Outside Brunson. Towns is screen on Simons. Here's Brunson. Queta pulls it in.
1 for 5 out there, but no worries. Just keep attacking.
Anunoby against White. Brown passes to Tatum. Leaner from distance. Here's Queta. And that one's good. A nice job on the glass as they picked up 2 on the second effort.
Second chance points are always painful. Have to make the effort to box out.
No doubt those extra possessions can really add up against you when you do not take care of the defensive glass.
Now a timeout called by New York.
Make some noise.
Take a second to view the 2K leaderboard and look at last season's top scoring squads. The Celtics second.
And last year, I liked watching this team operate on the offensive end. The ball movement, the patience, the confidence. You love seeing all that come together.
On defense, the Celtics. Back to Brunson. Anunoby against Brown. Anunoby passes to Hart. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Brunson with the drive. And that one's good. Brunson's got his second bucket on the night.
If Brunson sees any daylight, he's going to attack. Did just that on the drive.
One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
Here's Anunoby. The Celtics making their last shot. Back to Brunson. And it falls for him. He's hit 3 of his first 4 attempts. And it's Simons with the ball for the Celtics. Pass to Queta. First quarter of play, and just over 3.5 minutes in. Brown, that's good.
You know, Jaylen Brown is now so legit from deep, boy. You better make sure you're contesting that 3 ball. That's how good he is.
Now here's Brunson. 6 points for him. 11 feet out. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
Excellent pursuit by Towns right there. Get to work on the glass.
White against Bridges. White, the pass to Simons. Here's Cada, covered by Towns. Outside, Brown. And again, Boston with the triple.
Well, you catch the defense off guard by being willing to fire as soon as the ball touches your hands.
Brunson passes to Towns. And here's Bridges. Shoots over White. And no good. His first shot of the night, missing. Nice D from Bridges.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Outside Hart. Towns on a screen. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. And we're joined now by Shams Charania. He's calling in with a story. Good to have you, Shams. What's going on?
Thanks, guys. The Knicks went all in this summer, trading with their rivals, the Brooklyn Nets, for Mikal Bridges. In reuniting a core that won collegiate championships together, they hope to replicate that success at this level. And now with perhaps the league's top defensive wing tandem, they'll have a chance.
A big-time move. Shams, appreciate the report. Well, Grant, all the high hopes Knicks fans have had in recent years, they have finally come to fruition.
Yeah, it really was good to see the Knicks have a great campaign last year. From the players to the coaches to the front office and the fans. They've pressed all the right buttons.
That one's no good. And, of course, Boston winning 8 consecutive titles from 1959 to 1966. Doris, you think we'll ever see a streak like that again?
BA, I think that's almost impossible in this day and age. With free agency, with more salary cap restrictions, it's just hard to win 2 in a row these days, let alone 8. My goodness.
From the right block, and it's Boston scoring again.
Oh, that's almost too easy for Jaylen Brown. We see you, sir.
Outside Brunson. Pass to Towns. Takes a 3. Hauled in by Brown. Brown's got his 4th rebound in this one. Now here's Simons. The 3 is up. Unable to get that one. Knicks trail by 5. Here's Brunson. Money from the wing. Brunson's got 8.
Scoring well this quarter, picking up steam as he goes.
Simons against Towns. Simons right side. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
You know, I have to admire a guy like Anthony Simons. Early in his career, he was seen as undersized, but with his skill and pure athleticism, he balances the scales against bigger players, and he's become a ferocious scorer.
First one falls for him. Doris, how about the emergence of Jalen Brunson? The Knicks got him as a free agent.
BA, it's incredible because the Knicks, when they signed him back in the summer of 2022, many voices were out there saying it's an overpay, you paid Jalen too much. Well, guess what? All NBA performer, and that contract looks like a bargain.
Productive trip to the line. He doesn't like to leave points on the table.
Simons against Brunson. There's the 3. And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
You can see the work Jalen Brunson has put into his game. Boy, the three-point stroke has really come a long way.
Pass to Cada. Now Brown. Back to Tatum. And finished off by Tatum.
And a solid pick to free him up for the dunk.
Boy, the timing there couldn't be any better.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
Now here's Anunoby. No points yet. Outside Brunson. Over Simons. Keeps it alive. It's good on the putback.
The energy with which Hart plays is just incredible. This guy fearless attacking the glass.
Tatum against Hart. Outside Brown. Pass to Keita. Now White. Outside Tatum. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. And the Celtics lead by 4.
We know this is an offensive-minded player. Jason Tatum loves running pick-and-roll action.
New York calls timeout. Boston going with almost an entirely new group here. Garza's checked in for Keita. Niang comes in for Tatum. Hauser, he's checked in for White. And Pritchard is subbed in for Simons. And New York has possession. Trailing by 4. Now here's McBride. He's closely guarded. Towns for 3, and the three-pointer goes. Towns has got 5.
Boy, what a pleasure to have a big man who can shoot the basketball like Towns. That's a pretty 3.
Left side, Brown. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. And you look at Jaylen Brown, Grant. Not many wings have the strength he has.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown could dunk over a brick wall, and he could dunk through a brick wall, too. It's just so hard to move him off his path when he's on his way to the rim.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. And the Celtics, far and away the best record in the NBA last season, Grant.
Well, they rode that momentum into the playoffs, capturing the franchise's 18th championship, passing the Lakers for the most of any team in the association.
So hits one and misses one at the line. Doris, it's hard to believe the Knicks title drought has gone on for over 50 years now.
Oh, that fan base is just dying for an opportunity to win the championship. And here's the thing, B.A., what I love about that fan base, through all the years where the Knicks struggled, on any given night, that building is as electric as any in the league.
So it's Boston now, following the bucket by the Knicks. Clock at 6. And here's Brown for 3. On target from range. He's got 12.
I'll tell you, this guy is proving to be a problem for the defense. In this quarter, he has been special.
Here's Clarkson. Soft touch off the glass.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
Boston's gone 3 of 6 shooting from beyond the arc. Here's Garza, covered by Towns. Brown passes to Hauser. Outside, Brown. 5 on the clock. The fadeaway. Towns with a rebound.
Boy, he's definitely covered well there. And we know he can knock down the fadeaway shot. Just didn't fall there.
Here's Bailey. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
Outside, Brown. The 3 is up. Kept alive by Boston. Pritchard gets it to go.
Both teams are hot. Woo! This is a fun one to watch.
Well, you love it when you can get off to a fast start offensively. You hate it, though, when your opponent does the same.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, a key concept preached by Celtics head coach Joe Mazzulla and reiterated by Jaylen Brown, who says it's reading the game, realizing fast but playing slow. We're the more talented team, he said. We have to be the smarter team as well. And when we do that, we're going to be tough to beat. Brian?
Well, they certainly have been, Allie. Thanks for that. Here's Pritchard after the basket by New York on the other end. Garza passes to Brown. 50 seconds left in the opening quarter. Shoots from the block. Got a piece of it. Here's Bailey. Clarkson outside. To the inside. Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Well, battling hard. That's an impressive move by Towns. He'll go to the stripe.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Tatum, he's checked in for Brown. And a switch here also for New York. Brunson's checked in.
1 shot.
Well, we know this. Karl Anthony Towns was a go-to option from the very first moment he stepped in the lines of an NBA court. The versatility is so difficult to match up against.
Garza passes to Pritchard. Tatum with it. Good on the leaner. Tatum's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
Now that mid-range jumper is so on point. Jason Tatum is a 3-level scorer.
Now Towns. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. It's been all about Jalen Brunson for the Knicks. 11 points in the quarter. He's on fire. Back to the game after this break. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
Well, they found their offensive openings in the mid-range, and they continue to find ways to open up those jump shot opportunities.
Yeah, and I also love the intensity they've shown on the glass early on. Keeping plays alive, creating second chance shots, that's nice.
So on the floor for the Knicks, they've got Jalen Brunson, and it's Porty in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Left side Brunson. And it's going to be out of bounds. New York will have another go. And with a pause in the action, here we have the best rebounding teams from last year. The Celtics second, New York in fifth.
And both of these teams really impressed when it came to rebounding the ball last year. That level of physicality and hustle is always great to see.
Tillman's checked in for Boston. Here's Bailey, hounded by Tatum. And the shot's good. Well, Grant, when the money's on the line, the mid-range is still a big part of the elite player's game.
You're right, B.A. And really, it comes down to touch, obviously. And size certainly helps. And then the savvy and balance to create that space. Gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Brunson with the finish inside.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
Here's Pritchard. Brunson defending. Tillman with a screen. Here's Pritchard. It's tipped. And now the Knicks on the break. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Smart. Get out in front, finish the break with authority.
I don't think anyone was catching him on that play. That is unbelievable.
Here's Hauser. No made baskets yet. Boston, no good that time either.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Now here's McBride. The D's right on him. Pass to Brunson. Shoots over Tatum. No good off the glass.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
Quarter two and about 2 minutes in. Deflected. Here's Bailey. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
The best way to get a clean look is with those quick hitters on the break.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
Now here's Tatum. Niang outside. Niang a screen. Outside Tatum. Shot clock at 6. To end the drought. Jason Tatum, he's a sharpshooter.
What a weapon the three has become for Jason Tatum. Look out.
Here's Yabusele. Pass to Brunson. Stolen. Right side Tatum. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Now just a 5-point New York lead.
Tremendous follow by Tatum. You see his instincts as a scorer. He's going to find different ways.
And here's Brunson from the arc. Here's Bailey. Outside Brunson. Another shot. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net. Brunson's got 4 points this quarter.
The mid-range jumper isn't the most popular shot these days, but it's working for them.
On the wing, Tatum. 11 points in the game. With the fadeaway. The rebound by Yabusele.
Oh, love the intensity in which they're hitting the boards.
You know, it's easy to focus on Jason Tatum scoring. But Doris, he's excellent in a number of areas.
Brian, he's a high-level rebounder. He now knows how to keep his teammates involved. He's competitive on the defensive end and willing to absorb a big-time assignment. He has got a complete game.
So it's Boston now. After the basket by New York on the other end. And the whistle on the shot. Got some contact there. Misses the shot, but he'll shoot 2.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
Boston shooting their 5th and 6th free throw attempts tonight.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good. And, you know, you look at someone like Peyton Pritchard, Doris, heady guy who doesn't make many mistakes.
BA, maybe his best attribute in my mind is the competitive spirit and the motor he plays with. He's a fearless shot taker, either inside or from three-point range. He makes excellent choices with his passes. But again, I go back to that competitive toughness.
He hits the second from the line. New York leading by 8. Outside Brunson. A sturdy finish from Brunson.
Generously listed as 6'1", Jalen Brunson knows his way around the inside painted area. Look out.
Simons outside. Pass to Tatum. And there's a pick from outside the arc. Here's Keita. Goes up and lays it in. Nice and easy. Keita's got his second basket of the night.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Outside Hart. Here's Yabusele. Shot clock at 5. Here's Brunson. Rebounded by the Celtics. Keita's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Tatum passes to Pritchard. The shot. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum. Pritchard's got 5 now.
Yeah, the evolution of Tatum as a passer is evident. This guy more committed than ever to making the right play.
Outside Brunson to the middle. Here's that 40. Oh, wow!
Incredible!
And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. Now here's Tatum. He's got 11. Pass to Simons. Outside Tatum. There's a screen. Let's go with a 3. Hart pulls it in.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
And here's Bridges. Hart up top. Bridges passes to Brunson. Bridges, a screen on Simons. And it's Brunson missing. Celtics trail by 8. Now the Celtics on the move. Lets the 3 fly. Pritchard gets it to go. Give him 8 points now.
You know, a lot of coaches might let you hear it for taking the three-pointer on the break, but I like the decision there. The D had already collapsed inside.
Back to Brunson. Pass to Porty. And a moment to check out who New York has coming up. On Friday, they head back home to host the Indiana Pacers. Then on Monday, they'll be matching up against Donovan Mitchell and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And looking at the Heat matchup, it's going to be game number 4 for them during the start of this NBA campaign. They'll want to get off to a hot start for the year.
That free throw misses. Brown, he's checked in for Boston. Derek White comes in for Pritchard. Karl Anthony Towns is checked in for New York. Anunoby comes in for Hart. And that trip coming up empty, missing both. And so it's Tatum who brings up the ball for the Celtics. After this game, they can look forward to Washington, where they'll match up against the Wizards. That'll be the first leg of just a 2-game trip for them. Now here's Tatum. He's got 11.
Well, nice job crashing the glass. You'd love to see that kind of effort.
White against Bridges. Pass to Anunoby. Now Brunson. Simons with a rebound. Celtics trail by 5. Here's White, and he drives in. Oh, and he brings it down with a 2-handed jam.
Well, how about that drive by Derek White? This guy has so much to his game.
Towns outside. Shoots over Tatum. Back to Brunson. It's deflected. Second shot opportunity. Kicks it out to Anunoby. Bridges outside. Back to Anunoby. Tries yet again. And he lays it up and in. Anunoby's got his first points of the game.
That's tremendous awareness by OG Anunoby. I didn't think he recognized where the clock was.
Here's Keita. Outside, Brown. The Knicks pull it in. Anunoby with it. Pass to Brunson. Back to Anunoby. To the paint. Here's up 40. And yep, it's good. Now it's a 7-point Knick lead.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
And Joe Mazzulla calls time out here. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Doris, OG Anunoby helped the Raptors so much on their title run in 2019.
Yeah, the hard part is he was never able to suit up for the NBA Finals. To get through the season and then have an injury at that point, heartbreaking for a player. But consider, he's the first UK-born player to win an NBA title, and that cannot be taken away.
Show us the moves.
The Celtics making a switch here. Niang's checked in. Hart's checked in for New York. McBride comes in for Jalen Brunson. New York on D. They've led by as much as 10. Here's Simons, and the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. It's going to be on Karl Anthony Towns.
And just great commitment to the play. Simons doesn't let the foul stop him cold.
Anthony Simons at the line for 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Simons.
I mean, it was amazing to see Simons' progression in his first few NBA seasons. He got better every single year.
Boston making a switch here. Tillman's checked in. And so Simons nails both of them. New York leading by 5. Outside McBride. Pass to Towns. Boston pulls it in. And here's Simons. Give him 8 points now. Now here's White. Just 5 on the clock. The Knicks with the rebound. Towns has got 6 rebounds in the game. Anunoby against Brown. Towns up top. He's got 10. Doris, you look at the shooting of Karl Anthony Towns. A 7-footer. He's as good as it gets.
He is, B.A. He has been verging on the 50, 40, 90 efficiency type numbers in recent years. He is right there with Dirk Nowitzki when you talk about the sweetest shooting big men of all time.
First free throw is good. Offensively, Karl Anthony Towns is one of the most well-rounded big men in the league, Grant.
Yeah, maybe in league history, B.A. He's an elite three-point shooter, post scorer, and his passing is severely underrated.
And so Towns nails them both.
This is what makes him a challenge to stop. He will beat you from the floor, and he can also beat you from the line.
Brown passes to Simons. Down low. Here's White. No luck on that one. Good work defensively by Towns. Hart passes to Towns. Outside McBride. Back to Towns. Over White. That one a little long.
I'll tell you, he's trying to help them extend this lead, but it's been a tough night for him individually.
And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. So far, he's made all of his shots at the foul line, going 4 for 4. Walsh is checked in for Boston. And a switch here also for New York. Clarkson's checked in for McBride.
What's up?
New York leading by 4. Outside Anunoby. Towns, right side. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
And Towns is so difficult to guard, and it doesn't matter if he's inside or outside. He's tough.
He's shooting free throws number 4 and 5 here.
2 shots.
And he makes the first.
Well, you love watching Karl Anthony Towns play, guys, because this is an offensively gifted big man. Can shoot with range. You can put him in the post, let him work back to the basket. He can put the ball on the floor. A lot to love on the offensive end.
Garza's checked in for Boston. Niang comes in for Walsh. And he makes both free throws. 44 seconds left in the first half. Inside, here's Brown. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. And he's made a case for first-team all-defense. Doris, Jaylen Brown, the complete game.
Brian, what you love to see from a great player that's just entering their prime is the pride they take in being well-rounded. Do you want to absorb a big-time defensive assignment? Jaylen Brown wants to do exactly that.
Free throw good. Brown. Doors, it's hard to pick one, but Derek White is in the running for best defensive guard.
It's so true, and what Derek White does perhaps better than any other guard is block shots. When we talk about top on ball defenders, he's also on that list. You want to talk about somebody who can get in the passing lane and be disruptive. He's on that list. Truly can do it all.
Now here's Towns. Shot clock and game clock, 1 second differential. Clarkson passes to Towns. 6 to shoot. Hart from long range. It doesn't go for him. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. New York out in front, up 3. Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Carl, you were able to build the lead, but what's the key to maintaining it or even increasing it going forward?
I mean, don't change what we're doing. Just stay together, keep passing the ball, keep playing great defense, and just keep making them think and make decisions, especially the difficult ones.
Consistency is a beautiful thing. Thanks, Carl.
Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be right back to begin the third quarter right after this.
Thanks for tuning in. Did you miss us? Before we discuss the game at hand, let's first check out the upcoming schedule.
Well, I think for the Knicks, you really get to see what they're made of after your hard work in the offseason.
Yeah, you have big changes, and then you have subtle changes. Everything in preparation for this moment.
And fellas, bringing it back to our main matchup here. Through the first half, Karl Anthony Towns has been getting it done.
I really like how he's playing so far, Shaq. I mean, he's being selective in his approach. Kind of the opposite of you, big fella, at the food table.
Oh, come on, Kenny. I've seen you scarfing down those vegan snacks. What is a vegan snack anyway?
There's no such thing as scarfing down and vegan in the same sentence.
And there's always plenty available. Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. You look at Jalen Brunson. What a contribution.
He was getting into the lane easily that first half. It's just relentless.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. They've led by as much as 10. Their next game playing at home as the Pacers come to town. And that's the first of just 2 home games for them. The core of this team, Brown and Tatum in the front court. Anthony Simons out there with Derek White. And it's Queta in at the center position. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Here's White after the basket by New York. Oh, through contact. White gets the finish.
Soft touch by Derek White. The floater, not an easy shot, but he puts that one on target.
Brunson surveys. And down it goes. 2 points. Brunson's got 21 points in the game.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Jaylen Brown is playing with so much confidence. He said, quote, "I feel like I'm a different player. My body has changed. Athletically, I'm entering my prime. I'm more aware on defense and offense. I feel like on both sides of the ball, I'm playing the best basketball of my life."
Well, it shows, Allie, for sure.
Wow, what a start to this half. 3 for 3, dictating the pace on the offensive end. They're rolling early.
Outside, Brown. Hart pulls it in. Hart's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
Their strong work ethic has been evident on the glass. Really getting after it and being physical.
Pass to Towns. Outside Hart. 3-pointer. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson. Hart's gotten his second bucket on the night.
Great play calling, great execution. Leads to 4 for 4 to start this half.
White, the pass to Tatum. And we're just about 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Kick out to Brown. Outside White. Shoots over Bridges. Again, the miss by Boston.
Well, trying to find themselves in the second half here. Just 1 for 4 from the field. Can someone in the group get hot? Let's see.
Now here's Hart. 10-point lead. This is their biggest of the game. Brunson passes to Hart. Shoots over White. Can't nail the jumper.
And that's their first miss after hitting 4 in a row to start the half.
Anunoby against Tatum. Simons, a screen on Anunoby. Tatum from long range. Nails it from beyond the arc. Tatum's got 14 points.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Now here's Brunson. 21 points in the game. They retain possession. Pass to Bridges. The three. The rebound by Jason Tatum. Celtics trail by 7. Outside, Brown. Down low, Queta. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Queta's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Not putting his head down. He continues to produce with the team trailing.
Bridges outside. Anunoby, a screen on White. Here's Bridges. The shot, no good. Good work defensively by White. Here's Brown. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. Towns has got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Pass to Anunoby. High post Towns. Fires the 3. Anunoby can't get it to go.
And lockdown defense against one of the best three-point shooters in the league.
Ooh, Brown, that's good.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Brunson passes to Anunoby. Brunson, a screen on Brown. Anunoby against Brown. Now here's Anunoby. Defense is right there. Towns for 3. That's good. And now he's 5 for 11 in this one.
Their long-range shooting since halftime has been as strong as you could hope for.
Brunson against Simons. Lets a floater go. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Jalen Brunson picks one up.
And you know, he knew the hit was coming, and Simons sacrificing his body anyway.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for New York.
They feel like they have an advantage inside, and so far they have done an excellent job exploiting it.
They've also been scoring on the break with how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court. Anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
Pritchard's checked in for White. It's both from the stripe. Knicks leading by 4. Here's Yabusele. Bridges outside. Just 5 to shoot. From 18 feet away. Boston pulls it in. Brown's got 6 rebounds now in the game. To the middle. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
Boy, you have got to appreciate how hard Jaylen Brown goes. Amazing how he gets defenders to foul him when he's going up with his shot.
That free throw, no good.
You think about what Jaylen Brown brings to the table. Elite athleticism, three-point shot making, attacking the rim in transition, so much to like.
And the second free throw is good. And so it's Brunson who brings up the ball for New York. Here's Yabusele. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. The hard work that Brunson has put in over the years, it really shows in his game, Doris.
I'll tell you this about Jalen Brunson. As his coach likes to say, he may not pass the eye test, but he passes the win test. Unbelievable footwork, fundamentals, and a clutch gene. Love Jalen Brunson's game.
That free throw good from Brunson. Doris, how about the evolution of Jalen Brunson's career? From role player to star player.
Yeah, B.A., he begins his career as a backup point guard to the great Luka Doncic. But when given an opportunity to thrive without Luka in the playoffs, he did just that. Then he gets his own team and takes his game to an MVP level. Incredible evolution.
Both free throws good from Brunson.
Boy, the maturation of Brunson is really special. This guy, phenomenal as scorer and facilitator.
Outside Tatum. Pass to Niang. Here's Pritchard. This one for three. Again, the miss by Boston. Towns outside. It's Bridges on the wing. He's covered by Simons. Brunson with it for three. Tatum pulls it in.
Well, he hasn't proven to be much of a floor spacer for them. He had the 1-3, but that was back in the first half.
Pass to Simons. Launches it. Sinks the tray. Simons has got 16 points now.
And over the course of a season, this is one of Simons' strengths, his efficiency from range.
Hart with a screen on Tatum. Outside Hart. Launches a three. They get it back. Pass to Brunson. Hart against Brown. Bridges, a screen on Brown. It's Bridges on the wing. Knocks it down from distance. And the Knicks lead by 5.
Well, in catch-and-shoot opportunities, you've got to have good feet and pre-shot preparation. Mikal Bridges, yes, sir.
Tatum can't hit.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
And there's Brunson. That one's good on the assist from Towns. Now it's a 7-point New York lead. So it's Boston now. Here's Pritchard. Give him 8 points now. Outside, Brown. Bullseye! Jaylen Brown!
You see an illustration of how well Jaylen Brown understands their system. He's got great command of this offense.
Outside Hart. Outside Brunson. And it's Niang with a rebound.
Got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
Second personal foul. Third team foul.
He shot 3 of 5 from the line.
The line for 2, Jaylen Brown.
And he knocks down the first one.
You have to admire the growth of Jaylen Brown. He comes in as an attacking athlete. He's now a better passer, and he absolutely is a knockdown three-point shooter.
Garza's checked in for Tatum. Bailey's checked in for New York. McBride comes in for Brunson. And both free throws good for Brown. Now here's Bridges. Here's Yabusele. Puts up a three. And they get it back. Here's McBride. They shoot again. And it's Towns with a bucket inside. Towns has got 5 points now this quarter.
Guys, that is what you call two physical, hard-earned points from Karl Anthony Towns. Go ahead and embrace that contact.
Here's Pritchard. Give him 8 points now. Off the mark there with a 3. Here's Bailey. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here, hanging up there like that. Here's Pritchard. Pass to Brown. The shake. And it's New York with a rebound.
They are just owning the boards right now.
Bailey, the pass to Bridges. Lets it go from deep. Connects from downtown. Bridges has got 6 points.
And looking to shoot as many threes as possible. This kind of confidence, impressive to see.
Here's Pritchard. McBride covers. Looking to win the run. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
And despite the size mismatch, getting a little aggressive down there in the paint.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
Hauser, he's checked in for Boston. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Clarkson's checked in. Here's Clarkson. Pass to Bailey. Over to the wing. Here's Towns. And the layup is good off the glass. Towns has got 7 now in this quarter.
And they're just taking what the defense gives them. And right now, that's the interior.
Here's Pritchard. McBride covers. Here's Brown. Plenty of space. Boston, no good that time either.
Boy, he'll usually knock it down if he's left that wide open. Just comes up empty.
That one goes in. Clarkson's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
They've been a little soft with their defense on the interior.
Here's Pritchard. He's got 11. Oh, and Towns with the block.
Outstanding anticipation from Cat right there. He sends that thing back to another zip code.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Chalk up 2 there. And it's a 12-point Knick lead.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
So it's Boston now. After the basket by New York on the other end. Pritchard. The rebound by Yabusele.
Man, miss after miss for him. When you're having a quarter like this, the only beneficiary is the defense.
And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Second personal foul.
This guy is just such a load to handle. Karl Anthony Towns spends a lot of time shooting free throws.
And this is his 4th trip to the free throw line tonight.
2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Towns. And so Towns nails them both.
And man, looking good from the line so far this half.
Celtics trail by 14. 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Garza. Brown with it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that time also a missed shot. Here's Bailey. And so it's New York, up 14 as we wrap up the quarter. They just can't miss right now. Every shot they're taking, you assume, is going in. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. On the court right now for the Knicks, they've got Jalen Brunson, and it's a 40 in at the 5. Right wing. Hauser passes to Niang. Here's Hauser. McBride covers. Now Tatum. Fires from deep. And it's New York with a rebound. Porty's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Bailey, hounded by Tatum. From 7 feet away. The kick out to Brunson. From deep. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound. Tatum's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Tried to bank it in, but it misses. Knicks leading by 14. Here's Bailey. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Shooting for New York. Bailey. What's up? The line for 1.
Celtics trail by 17. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Pritchard gets it to go.
Well, that's his second 3 of the game. 1 in the first half, 1 here.
We're just over a minute and a half now into the 4th. Outside Brunson. Pass to Porty. Here's Bailey. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
There you go. He's a monster at the rim.
So athletic. Obviously, he plays on the attack. To the paint. Here's Hauser. And he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
Well, just tremendous composure on the interior. Read the defense, take advantage of the situation, and deliver.
Here's Bailey, hounded by Tatum. And Bailey gets it to go. Bailey's got 5 points now this quarter. We're in the 4th quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone by.
I'll tell you, this guy is doing absolutely everything he can to get himself going, but the team is struggling because he's struggling.
That won't go, making him 7 for 10 now. Celtics trail by 16. Here's Pritchard. 3-pointer off the mark. The Knicks have got 3 of 6 shots to go in this 4th quarter. Here's Porty, and down it goes. Dunked it through off a beautiful setup.
How about the timing? Could be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
Here's Pritchard. Brunson defending. Here's Pritchard. Pass to Tillman. 4 on the clock. Here's Hauser. Boston, no good that time either. And so it's Brunson who brings up the ball for the New York Knicks. To the inside. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
I'll tell you, that vertical ability he has puts him in select company in NBA power forwards. May not have great size, but boy, he plays bigger than it.
Here's Shireman. Here's Pritchard. Drills it from deep.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
Here's Bailey. Banked it in off the glass. Bailey's got 9 points now in the second half.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Here's Pritchard. Pass to Shireman. Tatum from long range. And the Celtics another three.
Backing up that last three with another three. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Down low. Here's Porty, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Well, the coach loves this kind of ball movement. Anytime you create something inside the free throw line, you know it's a good look.
Here's Pritchard. Got a hand on it, and it's going to be out of bounds. Boston will have another go. The Celtics making a switch here. Simons checked in. Bridges, he's checked in for New York. Knicks on D. Stolen by Bridges. And here they come. And he banks in the layup. And the Knicks lead by 20.
Yeah, the ability to fend off that contact by Mikal Bridges, that's a big-time play.
Here's Pritchard. You know, Grant, we've seen career performances in the play-in tournament, but the stats don't count for regular season or the playoffs.
You know, that's crazy, B.A. So let's just count them as playoff stats. It used to be only 3 rounds instead of 4, so there is a precedent to adding more games to the official postseason.
Brunson a screen on Simons. Here's McBride. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Here's Pritchard. Simons outside. 6 on the shot clock. And it's New York with a rebound. Outside McBride. Pass to Porty. Back to McBride. Now Brunson. And Pritchard pulls it down. Now Simons. Tillman with a screen. And stolen by Brunson. And now the Knicks on the break. Ooh, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops in. Brunson's got 10 points in just the second half. Boston's gotten 4 of 7 three-pointers to fall in the fourth. Pass to Simons from downtown. Count that one. He's now 5 for 8.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
Now here's McBride. He's covered by Simons. Here's Brunson. And it's New York with another.
They're going old school out there now, working the mid-range part of the floor.
Here's Pritchard. Tatum looking it over. Shot from 12. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Porty's got 6 rebounds in the game. For 3, Bridges. Boston pulls it in. Tatum's got his 6th rebound on the night. Pass to Pritchard. And you look at the development of AI. How might it affect the league going forward, Doris?
I think there's so much to be learned, Brian, about that exact thing, whether we are talking about the league or whether we're talking about society to a greater extent. As it relates to the league, how will teams employ it for scouting? Does it impact shot selection or player contracts? Maybe even the negotiation of the next CBA. Truth is, we really don't know. What we do know, it's coming fast.
Here's Porty. Outside McBride. From behind the arc. Gets the 3-ball to go.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. Now we present our New Balance Player of the Game.
And it's easy to see why they keep getting it to him. He keeps getting after it on the offensive end and putting in that work. He's been getting good looks and shooting the ball efficiently all night.
This here was a gutsy performance from him in front of a tough crowd. The fans were on his back, and it never got to him. If anything, it motivated him more. Simons with it. It's Brown on the wing. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Well, Doris, there's no doubt who the face of the NBA has been for a while now. Who might that be in 10 years, though?
This is such an intriguing question to me, Brian, because some of the guys that come immediately to mind, Luka, he's been a presence on that first-team All-NBA almost since the onset of his career. Victor Wembanyama, Chet Holmgren are now 7-footers who are multidimensional. One guy that I don't think is talked about enough is Anthony Edwards. Highly skilled, highly charismatic.
Bailey's checked in for New York. And both free throws good for Brown. All right, let's say you're starting a new franchise today, and you get to pick any player in the league. Who you got, Grant?
Oh, man, there's so much talent to choose from. You can't go wrong with Doncic, Antetokounmpo, or Jokic. There's some enticing young players, too, like Anthony Edwards as well.
He put a little flair on that one.
Yes, he did. Man, he's a strong finisher, huh? Brown passes to Tatum.
I see him.
There's a screen. And here's Simons outside. The rebound by Yabusele. New York has got 2 of 5 threes to go here in the fourth. Here's Kolek. Pass to Bailey. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Kolek. From outside, off the mark. Boston shooting around 41%. Here's Brown. Rebounded by Bailey. Bailey's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Well, you look at the so-called super teams that have been assembled in recent years. A lot of cautionary tales.
Yeah, I mean, teams giving up their draft picks for the better part of a decade to bring in a star. It can get ugly really fast if things don't work out.
And it's Clarkson missing. And so it's White with it. He brings it up for Boston. Simons outside. And there's 1:45 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Makes a fantastic move and nails the shot. Simons got 5 points now in the quarter.
This team looks to him to score the ball. They feel good when he's taking the shots.
White against Clarkson. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. That one on White. And when you talk about guards who can really attack in the lane, Jordan Clarkson is on that list, Doris.
BA, there are just certain guys who are comfortable operating in tight windows. Clarkson's mindset is score. He's got a great sense for where and when to pull up into his shot. He can burn you from three. Little bit streaky, but boy, he can really get on a hot streak.
And that one falls to Clarkson.
Sometimes, guys, you need someone on your team who understands my job is to be aggressive, whether I have it going or whether I don't. And Jordan Clarkson is that guy.
So Boston ends up going with a new group. And so Clarkson nails both of them. And the league has made it clear, Grant, it sees streaming at the forefront of basketball viewing going forward.
Well, BA, it's a no-brainer. The internet is the future, after all, and streaming opens a lot more options for engaging with fans while they watch.
Here's Pritchard. Niang, the pass to Gonzalez. Picked it out of midair.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Knicks.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
And against a familiar opponent, it's nice to establish a psychological advantage with a win in the first game.
Here's Pritchard following the bucket by the Knicks. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for two.
First personal foul, second team foul. At the line, Peyton Pritchard. At the line for two shots.
No good on the free throw. New York making a switch here. No good on the second free throw. And here's New York now. They're on a 16-7 run. Outside McBride. Pass to Clarkson. There's the triple. Boston pulls it in. 20 seconds left in the fourth. Tatum passes to Queta.
Knicks foul. Ariel Hakordi. First personal foul. Third team foul. At the line for two, Namias Queta.
The first free throw is good. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Now here's McBride. He's covered by Simons. Outside McBride. And so it's the Knicks taking care of business in this one. A statement road victory. So impressive. All right, Allie, thank you. That concludes the first game of the NBA season. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our 2K team, this is Brian.